Welcome to home time. I came straight in, and because there was nobody here, I put my workout gear on and straight into doing a workout because I've been feeling so intimidated by all my fellow captains on this Copperfield Himalayan trek I'm doing. Because every time I go to Instagram, they're doing something, running or training with trainers, or oh my God, Candice is doing the marathon on Sunday. I have got so far to go. I just came up the hill to the house and I was out of breath. I've got to trek the Himalayas. So yeah, I just came straight in, put the Housewives of Beverly Hills on and did a workout while watching. So I'm just gonna have a salad and then I'm gonna do a little bit more of a workout. Welcome to home time. Say hello, Mark.
Hello.
Knackered, so we just...
Mind if home time is just a shot of that tree?
So we're just sitting having a cup of tea and looking out our garden. Let me show you. Here it is. We're sitting looking at that. Huh? Yeah, so we are off to Cornwall tomorrow. So Nanny Di is coming over and my nephews, they're going to be here looking after the girls and the dogs. So I'm going to go and pack in a minute. God, maybe I should take you with me to pack. I'm the worst packer in the whole world. And then tonight, Mum and Dad are coming over for Chinese because I haven't really seen them this week and we're away now for almost a week. So they're going to come and have dinner with us tonight. Both the girls have got friends sleepovering, so it'll be a big dinner, which will be nice. 2 sauté chicken.
So we're going for a Chinese takeaway.
1 egg fried rice.
That's her ordering a Chinese takeaway. This is actually happening.
Yes, please. Yeah.
This is real.
Yes, please. And homemade crispy vegetarian spring rolls. Could you do a side order of satay sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. And could we have a king prawn curry, no onions? Yeah. No onions at all. No onions at all. Regular, please. And what sweet and sour chicken do you do?
I love sweet and sour balls. Sweet and sour balls. Don't you? I really love them. There's little ones that you dunk.
And is it in a batter as well?
Oh, I love a batter. I do not love a batter. I love to have battered food.
No, I think it's the one. No, I think it's the first one you said. Yes,
do you like a battered banana? I love a battered banana. Do you like a battered banana?
Chicken curry.
Chicken curry, very nice.
And
we've got Betty and Teddy coming over.
Fried broccoli with garlic.
I wonder who's eating what.
And what chicken? Oh, 2 small plain boiled rice.
Yum yum.
And a...
Do you ever get that thing where you get quite stressed when you're ordering a takeaway on the phone? Nadia gets very, very stressed. She needs total control of her environment, almost a 3-mile radius of control of no one interrupting her. Because you can see she starts to fall apart. Here we go.
Could I have, do you do like a chicken chili garlic thing? Yeah. I fancy something chickeny and garlicky.
The person on the end of the phone has all my sympathy.
What's a Schuetzen chicken?
Hey?
Yeah.
So she basically phones them up and says, do you have any food that looks like this? Do you have any food that smells like this? Do you have any food that's a bit like this? Do you have any food that's not this but is something else? Maybe. Do you do that dish without that in it? Do you do this dish? Do you remember that movie when Harry Met Sally, when the female character in that film, Sally, would always order her salad and then she'd go into the micro detail of having stuff on the side? That is Nadia. Nadia is the on the side person. Let's go and see. She's going to be really cross with me after she finishes ordering.
Yeah. Yeah. Homemade yeah, yeah. 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 Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Can I pay by card? My card over the phone, please.
Going to cut off now because she's going to read her card number out, and then you could do fraud. I used to roll my duck pancakes so tight they were like a cigar. Feast. Sit like Churchill. Yum! It's yum, yum.
Guys, we've got their friends here. We've got lots of lovely food. Betty, what have you got?
Sweet and sour and garlicky.
Broccoli.
What the hell?
Teddy?
The curry is very good, you know.
Teddy's a curry from the Chinese man.
My friend delivered it and then left. They never hang around, my friends, do they?
So tomorrow we'll start our diet again, Mark.
Hey?
Tomorrow we'll start our diet again.
I just thought I'd go upstairs. I'm just editing, I'm catching up on some film reviews and I'm doing some written work at the moment. Here's the thing. I just thought, I'll go upstairs and give Nadia a hug and tell her I love her and I'm looking forward to going away for the weekend. Walk in, walk behind her, put my hand on her shoulder. She virtually slaps me around the face and it shouts and screams at me. She thought I was a ghost. She thought I was an intruder. And then when I went to kiss her, she had jet black dye on the front of her hair. She looked like Nick Cage. And she said I couldn't kiss her because I'd get dye all over myself or I'd touch her dye. Nothing about it worked. Everything about it was romantic in intent. Nothing about it delivered. So it's one of those classic situations where as a bloke, you can't win, can you? You can't win. Anyway, I'm just doing a couple of reviews. We went to see the Avengers Endgame today, and we don't want to put a spoiler review out yet, even though, you know, if we were to call it a spoiler review, people would go, okay, that's fine, it's a spoiler. But I just think out of respect for the filmmakers, we don't want to just yet. And I'm in my mentalist room, which fuels me, nurtures the brain cells so that they cogitate and curiate and excoriate and moveriate around my brain.
So we are all packed and ready to go to our little
Is it Nadia's
trip?
already burst my suitcase?
Yeah, burst the suitcase.
By piggybacking my beautifully packed case.
Yeah.
You're so annoying. It's like you've broken it.
But it's okay because the zip still closes.
But here's the thing.
That's the good news. But the funny thing is we've just turned the weather on and basically weather warnings everywhere.
But the mindfulness that I'm feeling, right, I'm actually feeling chilled about the prospect of however long it takes. Not driving, you are absolutely right. Yeah. I accept it. High five.
Yeah.
I recognise that you're right and I'm wrong yet again.
Yay. Look, we set off, started
and
on
I'm
a good
even wearing
foot.
turquoise.
Yeah. First caught you wearing a Cornish colour.
Yeah, Cornish colour.
Mate, we're going in Cornwall, we're going to see the sea. We're going to have
Are we going to have scones?
We're going to have one Cornish pasty.
I'm not a big Cornish pasty fan.
It's
too much dry.
Do you like Cornish pasties, guys?
Too much dry pastry. It's not a great pastry.
Oh, but it's just something about I've never ever had a Cornish pasty outside of Cornwall.
I like
ever.
No, I haven't either.
Never.
No, I haven't ever.
It's funny, isn't it?
But I do like a figgy pasty. You know the one pasty, the one that has obviously raisins. And
so what are some of the things we've got to do? So we're going to 2 different hotels. Though this is us having a weekend away, we really, really want to become travel vloggers,
do you remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith years ago? And I used to read their books. I used to buy them for Nadia when we used to buy each other romantic presents. And
why do you always have to say everything in a downward when we used to buy? Yeah, but it's horrible. I don't like it.
Oh, that's right. But anyway, do you remember Mr. and Mrs. Smith? But whenever you read it, it was a bit wanky.
It was very wanky.
And then even some of the photos were so wanky because
Wank.
they'd be wank
It's
written
like,
about
I don't
the
want to
place.
see the corner of a table with an empty milk
Precisely.
bottle. I want to
Yeah.
see right in the drawers. I want to see right in the corner of
It
the
would be
showers.
like a wooden box under a stair.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Like, I don't need
or
to
a
look at
rusty
that.
key hanging off a
rusty
wall.
key, exactly, or a broken trowel. Why?
Or a Wellington boot.
We quite
They love
fancy
all-
the idea of giving you a warts and all, slightly funny, comedic, but honest and authentic travel guide. That's what we'd like to do.
Yeah, so this is kind of work.
Yes.
So for those of you that worry that we work too much, it's work and pleasure. Because, you know, when the kids have grown up, our long-term plan is we want to keep building on the channel and making all the stuff that makes our hearts sing, whether it be films or
Is that why you
documentaries.
actually have me chained to the table at night?
Yes.
I mean, I know we're saying it's not hard work, but actually we
Oh,
pretend.
don't listen to him. So, yeah, so that's another thing we want to do. We want to be like travel guides, really, don't we?
As well as Rotten Tomatoes film reviewers, as well as sort of parenting, not expert. The thing is, you never want to be an expert. The thing is, you should never strive for excellence. You should just strive for perfection. Is that right?
No, you should never strive for perfection, only excellence. Perfection is the road to misery.
That's why I'm miserable.
God, I mean, in the Priory, that was up on every bloody wall.
All right, I'm not reneging on my commitment to the
But you
Priory.
just
I'm
went,
only one of 1%
strive.
of people who stay sober.
Strived for perfection. You just that's the
No, the
nub
best
of-
one, the one I like the best, which our therapist Elise says is, just be good enough. I like that.
I'm
just
fine with being good enough.
Well, whenever she says that, she says it with such a benevolent smile.
It's funny because people that I know that are perfectionists, so people like Mark and Kay and various other people that I know in my life,
Are all
they would
psychos.
literally curl their lip up if I say that. It's good enough. Like,
But in the same breath, I'm not a big fan of taking part is what matters. I do think you're in it to win it.
I'm not.
I think we're on a trajectory towards either success or failure. But I do think that the thing about failure isn't a bad thing. We need to change our stance on failure.
failure is just still
Or
learning.
falling
That's
short.
what failure is.
But I do think there is a point in aiming and striving and pushing harder. It doesn't mean I think we should all be examined to within an inch of our lives, but I do think we can strive for, what is it?
To do your
Good
best.
enoughness.
To do your best.
For perfection.
No.
For excellence.
No.
For what?
Because if you think about it, if you're striving for everything to be absolutely your best, you're missing the moments of life. And the thing is, on your gravestone, you're not going to have, well, you know, he strived for perfection in all things. So what?
But can I say, in your striving for an awareness of now, you're forever forgetting now. I've never seen someone so less plugged into now than you as you're searching for now.
No, but I'm right now. I'm in it.
Of course you are.
But
because
in a
you're talking
minute, I won't be.
No.
Yeah.
But the majority.
I'm Dory.
No, even when it's
I'm
like
Dory
you're
the
walking, you're so
Explorer.
sweet. You walked into the bedroom. I'm going to do this. You are worrying and stressing about it, and I know that when you can hear.
I've done it all.
Yeah, but when you're doing it, I can hear it whirring in the back of your brain.
Well, what?
This is going to end, and I need to worry about the next thing coming in. So it's not succeeding.
Listen, do I look worried? I'm relaxed. Everything's been done that we need to do. I'm looking forward to going to the station. I'm looking forward to getting a coffee. I'm totally chill. It's just getting up in the morning and go, this has got to be done, that's got to be done, that's got to be done it. Now, if we had some milk, we'd have a nice cup of tea, but we haven't. Got fuck all. We're leaving the kid with fuck all in the fridge.
Annie Dye is going to destroy their diet,
I've bought
isn't she?
I've bought a cook in a bag of chicken and potatoes and
Bet
Maddie
she
can
makes-
bake
she'll
them.
do it wrong.
And my
She'll try
mum's
and
going to
fry
feed
it.
them.
She'll
Oh,
try
she
and
can't do
fry
it.
it.
Maddie will have to do
She'll
it.
try and fry it.
And Maddie, and I've ordered some mince so Maddie can make spaghetti bolognese on Monday. But also my mum and dad live next door, so they're going to feed them.
Good. Let's get on the road. Come on.
Yeah, on the road, Jack. And don't you know,
God.
say no more, no more, no. Oh, Mark, I didn't tell you the funniest thing happened yesterday on Loose Women. So did anyone see Loose Women yesterday? So we were talking about funerals, and I was saying about how when I was an idiot, when I was a stupid party girl, I had said I wanted to be buried in a vodka bottle.
The
so everyone
only
could
quote
spin.
I've ever read by you.
Right, listen,
online.
spin the bottle. So Carol
to be what?
said, so you play spin the bottle at the funeral, truth or dare.
Oh, right. I thought you
So-
hated that game.
Oh, shush. You always go into the detail when I'm trying to
That's
tell you.
what a
this.
conversation is, isn't
No,
it?
but it's boring.
just
So Carol says, what music would you have? And I went, oh, well, I suppose what would work with that is, I spin you right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round.
Yeah.
Carol went, I went, do you know it? Because Carol knows all tunes. She went, no. And everyone was just looking at me like I was, you know, one of those moments you think, I'm actually on live television and I've just done that. I'm not in my kitchen doing the vlogging. I'm on live television and I was totally, I practically could have done up there for thinking down there for dancing. Anyway, nobody knew this song, not the audience, nobody.
I know the one you mean.
In the break, the director found it and he put it on so that when he came back and he's going, hang on a minute, and because none of it sounds like that. It's only one tiny bit in the song that sounds like it.
Yeah.
Go, he's coming, your bit. So now that's known as my bit.
Oh, right.
But I only thought of it off the top of my head anyway. And
what,
now it's become my funeral song.
Isn't it that strange person who was a sort of...
Tina Charles, I think.
No, it was a man and a woman. You spin me right round, baby.
Right round, like a record, baby, right round. No. Maybe that wasn't the one I
think
sang.
it was by Marilyn. Wasn't it Marilyn? It was that man who was a woman.
Oh, no, I've got it wrong. That isn't the one I sang yesterday.
No, it isn't. Love for love, isn't it? I love to love. Isn't that what you said?
Button my baby, just love to dance, I want to dance. Carol said if she was buried, she'd she'd have Going Underground.
That's a good
That's
one.
her favourite song.
I like that one.
But if she was cremated, she would
Fire
have...
starter.
No, well, that's a good one.
I'm a fire starter.
Fire starter.
Twisted fire starter.
Oh my God, that's such a good one. Those who watched
I
can
choose
remind us.
Blackbird Singing in the Dead of
No,
Night.
I said you'd choose Star Wars, but I always get it wrong and do which is Close Encounters.
Star Wars.
You've always said to me you want to...
No,
Darling, you've got to
Imperial
write
March.
down.
No, the Imperial March is one of them. Dum 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 dum.
Oh God, I didn't think you wanted that one. God, it's good job we've had this conversation. Oh Christ, I didn't know. But I always go. No, I always go.
That's Close Encounters.
Well, I know this is what I was saying at work. So I'm really worried. Like if Mark dies before me, I'm going to accidentally do Close Encounters. And as Kay said, it's more relevant really for death.
The song I'd actually want played at my funeral is one called Gorechi by Lamb, the one that Maddie did for
I love that.
our birthday.
Yeah.
Your birthday.
So it's all going really well. Mark not driving.
Yeah, I love not driving.
He's
but
already car
I get car sick when I'm not driving.
And the wind's whipping up.
I bet you any money we're sat in chairs that go backwards as well. That makes me sick as well.
Oh, I never sit in the chair they give us. I never like the chairs they give us.
Oh, look at you, you rebel.
I don't like it. You don't have to sit. You don't have to sit in the chair they give you. It's optional. It's optional. You never know. I might upgrade us for 20 quid.
Oh God.
Why not?
You don't often have to share. It's a good
Yeah.
time, don't you?
Why not? This will bring Mark out in hives now, but I'm going to do it.
Why do you keep making out like I'm such a tight arse?
Well, no, you're not tight. Be careful.
I'm not tight and careful. I just don't. I think there's waste and there's waste. It's
not waste,
it's
is
you'd
it?
consider it not an expenditure to spend lots of money on 6 inches to sit with a bit more room on a plane. I think it's ridiculous.
Opposites attract.
It's a little,
We've just
it's a little
realised-
romantic trip down memory lane. We used to come to Paddington all the time.
I used to meet you when you used to come.
I used to meet you and I'd come running along the platform with flowers.
But we've only just realised it's not a bank holiday weekend because Nanny Di told us it was.
I can't believe you even believed a word she
You
said.
did?
No, I
You
didn't.
were like, oh, the roads are going to be terrible.
No, I believed
it's all
it
going to be
because I thought she
terrible.
said it with
Oh, we're
such
not going to be able to
confidence.
park anywhere. The Adderleys love are
The
not going to be
woman
able
who
to...
never knows what day of the week it is was telling us it was a bank holiday
I know,
weekend.
we believed her. Oh my God, the funniest thing. Mark is steaming mad. We got on the train and I wanted to upgrade to the first class for 20 quid. And so it was really full, the first class up the other end. So this guy says, jump off the train and run down because there's 2 more first class carriages down the way. So I've jumped off, got on the train, rung Mark, said, great, look. Not a soul in here. It's a totally empty first class train. And then the guard says to me, oh, he won't be able to get on because it's 2 trains stuck together so he can't get through here. So he's now standing in a corridor with a suitcase. He's furious. And so we can't see each other now until Reading when he can get off the train and fight round to come round to get onto here.
This is classic. So, you know, nice romantic trip down to Cornwall together on the train. But no, Nadia has run off ahead, got off the train, left me with the luggage to bring up at the rear, and then phones me to tell me that she's got on a second part of the train that he can't get to. So she's in first class through there, through that door there, and I'm in here, unable to travel with her. It's just classic. You couldn't make it up. So I've got to change at Reading, and then I've got a dash from this carriage to that carriage, running the risk of potentially the train pulling out without me getting there, which is why I've had to walk all the way through all the crowds to get here.
Look at it, guys. Totally empty. And poor Mark is unable to get to me. So I've just sent him a text to cheer him up saying, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? But I don't think he's up for having a giggle about this. Not yet.
Is it less stressful than driving? I don't know if it is less stressful than driving. It's never straightforward, is it, public transport? Never straightforward. Anyway, it's very funny. So just behind that wall, just behind that door, Nadia is soaking it up. The only trouble I've got is I've got no tickets because they're on her phone, so I hope the ticket man doesn't come.
Just having a little chilled water, Mark. You know, the temperature is absolutely perfect in the empty first class carriage. It's perfect.
So Nadia keeps sending me photos of her having chilled water. I mean, I have to say, it's probably just as deserted in this carriage. But yeah, she's having chilled water. She's got the bag of Pret as well. So that means she can eat crisps and have flapjacks and all that sort of stuff. Now, we were talking before we got on the train about people who are either arrive at places early to depart or just before departure. And Nadia was saying that it makes some people really cross when people get to a station or an airport really early and then like to kill time before they then get on their flight or train. I am of that category. I like to not only do that with flights or trains, I do it with meetings. If I know I've got a meeting at a broadcaster or something like that, I tend to make sure that I'm there at least half an hour to 45 minutes earlier. It means I can get a coffee, I can settle in, it means I can rebrief myself in terms of what I'm going to go in and talk about, what I need to know and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big preparer. I'm not a fan of these. I actually get angry. I don't know how you can get angry with people who do that, because it doesn't affect you. I do get angry with people who leave it to the last minute. Not because they leave it to the last minute, that's absolutely their right. But what I find is that people who generally leave things to the very last minute, like get to an airport really close to time or get to the train station just before it's about to go, they're always the ones that like to text or put on social media how they've missed things or how they're late or how they're overworked or how they haven't got enough time to do stuff. And then it's like you're bringing it about. It's like wish fulfillment. Of course you're going to be stressed, and of course you're going to be lacking for time, because you're leaving things so late that you're more likely to miss things, or things are more likely to go wrong, so that you can then moan about it. So I do think that people who like to cut it so tight that they possibly miss a train or a plane are really people who are a bit attention seeking and love the drama of it. And
It's so funny. I just got a text from Mark. This case is so full, it's going to burst when I try and leave from carriage to carriage. So basically having a go at me for overfilling the case and having a go at me for getting into first class. Well, this has started very well, this romantic trip away, hasn't it? This has started very well.
He's now just said something on the tannoy, and I can understand what it was. It was probably something like, there's not enough time to get off the train and change carriage. Where are we? Slough. Slough. We don't want to go to Slough, do we?
I've just done a load of squats and sit-ups. Like I've mentioned, the first class carriage is empty, so I can do whatever I like.
I'm genuinely worried because I've got such a heavy case with all of our stuff in it, and because Nadia tried to squeeze extra in, the material around the zip has kind of split a bit, and I can just see that as I try and leap from this carriage to the other at Reading in a sort of James Bond-like lurch, I can see the case splitting open all over the platform. What do you reckon?
Well, I've been able to stretch right out just on a little meditation. It's just so quiet and it's just so cool. The temperature is so perfect. Oh, Mark, it's such a shame you're not here. Namaste, by the way.
She's still in first class and I'm still not. So Nadia is behind that door somewhere. Apparently there's 2 trains attached in the middle and you can't walk through unless you're James Bond, where you have to go over the top. But Nadia knows I get a bit stressed by these kind of things. What if this door doesn't open quickly enough for me then to dash out, dash along, get back on? How long is this train going to be waiting at Reading? This is the kind of thing that totally stresses me out. When I was a kid, my mum used to travel up to Birmingham with me to drop me off at Nan's. She used to go off for such long periods of time. I guess now she was probably either going off to the bar or to chat someone up or something. I'd have such anxious panic attacks that I thought she was going to jump off the train and genuinely leave me. So the idea of jumping on and off trains with doors shutting and all that kind of stuff still to this day stresses me out, which is probably why I like to get to places early, because I like to get on the train. When I used to commute to school as a kid, as a teenager on the Central line, going up to Holland Park, I used to get a seat always at Greenford, which was our station, and I'd always get a seat, but I'd always be planning almost 6 stops before I got to Notting Hill Gate how I was going to get off the train to make sure I could get off the train. So if it was particularly crowded, I'd get really quite sort of anxious and stressful and stressed, and sometimes I'd stand up early in order to just be by the door so I could get off. So right now I'm out of my comfort zone, because of course just jumping off and running along is one thing, but with that and the added possibility of it splitting open, that's quite another. Where are we now? Twyford. So I'm just poised, I'm just standing here poised, waiting to get through that door, because on the other side of that door, Nadia's quaffing she's probably quaffing wine. She would have been quaffing wine. Sparkling water. She's probably doing exercise, chilling out. Maybe I should really wind her up and just not get off. I've just thought, if these doors don't open because they're right at the end of this carriage, I'm totally stuffed. Because then I've got to run all the way along that carriage, get off, then run the entire length of the carriage again to get back on. How has this happened? How has this happened?
Change here.
So we're now approaching Reading. So this could be really stressful. This whole weekend could pivot on what happens the next 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to take all my belongings with me. Here we go. Wish me luck. I'm sure Nadia will be filming.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
I'll probably fall down it.
Take care when stepping down from the train.
Yeah. All right. Any advice for dashing up the train to get on another carriage?
Please do not take large items of luggage on the escalators. Instead, use the lifts provided.
Instead, use your husband to carry them around from train to train.
I will see. Oh, he's definitely going to be all right.
To St David's, Exeter St David's, next stop on this service.
Have you been having fun over here? What's that about not driving?
You're not going to believe this one. I've been chatting to the guards. You're not going to believe why we had so little time to get on the train. Why do you think?
The tree fell down.
Yeah, and this train hit it.
Hit it? You've got a damaged train.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But that's what it was.
It's quite a way. I thought the door was just going to be there.
So did I.
I was just in there
He goes,
prepping
because I said
myself.
he'll be all right, because he was standing there. You were going to be all right. They've been so sweet.
Oh, nice. So pleased they've been so sweet. I've been
God,
stood
Mark, I've
around
been laughing
there,
so much.
going through all my childhood anxiety. People just disappear on trains, and I've lost you. The whole weekend pivots around whether I can make a dash down Reading platform.
But has it made you realise how much you love me?
Not really, no. Made me realise how I'll never listen to you again about a travel around ever again.
But now you're on it. It's nice. Now you can settle down for 5 hours, because that's how long it's going to take.
Do you get any sense of sometimes why, just why perhaps, on a small level, when you say things like, Mark, I just do that, I just groan, because it's not because I don't want to help you, it's just that you have the capacity to find things that are the most impossibly irritating things, like this. I've only just rescued my holiday and now she wants me to do this.
It's tiniest, be careful, because
I
they're
know.
only Primark, so they're cheap.
I know.
I've got
My
reading
fingers
glasses.
are so, I can't even
won't
pick up the, I can't even, this is an impossibility.
I won't be able to read a thing if I don't have those glasses.
Campbell.
Oh, God, this This is so stressful.
We'll leave it for now. We'll do it later.
No, I don't want to leave it for now. Oh, you know, we need a tiny Phillips screwdriver.
How about a hairpin?
No,
Done it.
no. We need a proper screwdriver.
So Mark is still trying to fix my glass, and I'm wondering whether I should bring up this. How to relax. I bought it by.
Can I just say the reason you feel everyone around you isn't mindful and isn't relaxed? Because we have to deal with you. You don't have to deal with you. So as if nearly not getting on the train and then getting on the wrong train and then having to run down Reading platform and then running the risk of missing the train isn't enough.
Okay, just had a very embarrassing 10-15 minutes sweating.
Excruciating.
God came up, showed her my ticket. She said, "I'm sorry, but you've used a 16 to 25 rail card for one of the tickets."
She genuinely thought she was 16 to 25.
Real genuine mistake, because I'd clicked family and friends rail card and it hadn't come up, so I thought, oh, you can't use your family.
But you can't use
rail
family and friends rail card
No, but
anyway.
I didn't know that because we're family, so I didn't know you had to have kids with you.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
So anyway, I must have hit the wrong bloody one. So then we had to go through everything, didn't we? Finding the rail card, and then she said to me, I should be prosecuting you. I mean, you couldn't write this journey. You could be prosecuting because you've not paid the full and proper fare. It's like, honestly, it was
and to
a
add insult to
genuine
injury,
mistake.
it's genuine. Of course, it's a genuine mistake. But she was recording this on her. She had a chest cam, so we've actually got footage somewhere of Nadia Sawalha off the telly trying to convince a lovely ticket inspector that she wasn't buying a 16 to 25.
She did threaten prosecution.
So we first had to get over the hurdle that Nadia didn't genuinely think she was 16 to 25. Then over the con of thinking that you can go on a family and friends when you haven't got a family with you. I mean, two cons there.
But I couldn't find my family and friends rail card on the app. So that's when I was going to be prosecuted. But when I could show her the date that I bought it, it just disappeared from my app. She went, oh, you do have a rail card, so that's okay.
I'd have prosecuted
She
you.
then knew that I was confused. I got confused. And so now I've got to get a refund for a train ticket that I'm already on the train.
Because it's now cost us twice as much money to get to Cornwall. It's cost us the amount of money I said, if it cost us that, I'd rather drive. And it's now cost us that.
I'm going to get the refund though. Train line, you're going to help me.
I don't see how you're going to get a train.
I've got a photo. But the funny thing was, I bet if she hadn't had a video cord around her neck, she would have gone. She could see that it was such a genuine mistake. She would have gone, oh, for fuck's sake, right. But she couldn't because every single thing was being filmed. I was this close to her until I realised there was a camera, so my face would have been this big in the camera.
So Nadia Sawalha off the telly, caught in shocking ticket dodge story en route to Cornwall.
Then she said to me, she goes, you wouldn't believe it's one of their new trains. Well, look, there's cameras there because there are cameras everywhere. And when Mark was in there and I was in here on my own, I was doing everything. I was lying on the floor, I was chopping it down. No wonder the guards came in and said, do you want some help taking a photograph? They must have been watching me.
So we could have basically, we added to this mad journey from hell. We could have ended up in a prison cell in Reading.
She said,
we should have been prosecuting you. Escorted from the train.
What, don't mix up your rail cards, kids. They'll have you down that bloody clink.
So I could have got onto the carriage to join. I could have got on this carriage to join you, and you could have been removed within minutes. And prosecuted.
Mark, do you know what? We shouldn't be allowed out. We shouldn't be allowed out.
I beg your pardon. You shouldn't be allowed to organise anything.
Unknown. Look, this is it. I took a photograph. Look, this was my tickets. Ticket rejected. Unknown what she was trying to do.
Only Nadia could buy a ticket that breaks down the train line system.
Oh, look at the boat. Oh, I'm so happy. I love this bit. Subs, this is with the train line. Literally, it feels like you're in the sea. It's like if you sit here, it's like you're in a boat. Isn't it? Look, from here, if you look down, you can just about see the track. But from here, really see. Oh, look at the boats. Boats make me happy. Boats make me. Oh my god. Makes me think of Muddyford. Do your cow sound. See if you want chips and rosé. I want sand between my toes. I want unicorn waves. I want to watch surfers. I want one of those motorbikes that you have in the sea. What are they called? I like seaside. Oh my god, the sea is twinkling.
get off.
Yeah. Let's take a seat. Dawlish.
Polish, it's so lovely.
Best part of the railway.
Isn't it?
So amazing. This is Horless apparently, subs. Look, you can walk all the way along. Look, with the trains. Crazy.
You've still got about an hour and a half to get where you are.
Oh, good. I'm not ready to get off yet.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad now you're on the train?
Yeah.
Look how green it is. Oh my god, it's in the car, babe. Oh, look, little fishing boats. Oh, that was so freaky, Mark. I didn't understand how I was seeing you. I was seeing you in the window. I went like that and you were in your voice. Your face just... I know, but it was... Look, it's happened again.
It's called a tunnel, sweet. Oh my god, you're just like Dory.
No, but it was really weird. I wasn't expecting it. The green in the sea.
Oh my god, it's you.
It's weird, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I know what it is. I know the concept.
What are you doing?
Wait. That's the bit I like, just there. Look behind you.
Oh my god, it's so gorgeous.
What is that behind you?
This is Polis. Where are we now?
Polly.
Stop doing it. You keep giving me a quick neck. Oh my god. Take look at the beach. This is a lovely long walk. You can have all the way along this wall. Miles and miles.
Train number 2.
Diddly-o. Now come on, so far.
What, bar prosecution and nearly missing the train?
You had a 20-minute sleep,
Yeah.
which will power you right through the night. You could never have that in a car. You'd be all the way driving.
You've made me feel like your travel partner's been how did I look a minute ago?
So we were sat on the train. He was totally unaware of it. He was sat opposite me. He was like this. With the train going along.
Sorry.
That's my partner for the weekend. You look a bit fresh-faced now. We want to be together. You looked a bit like that. Do you remember that ad? We just want to be together. You were like...
God.
No, but hang on. Look at the train.
Sorry.
It was like his soul had left his body. And he was
Train
heading
number
to
2.
either certain death or hours of torture. Oh, we must go back to that beach, Fistral. Can we go to Fistral and have breakfast at that place that we didn't have? And all all our followers were saying you should have gone to that place in
Absolutely.
Fistral.
I might go for a jog on that beach.
I will. I'll come.
What are you going to do?
I'll trek like I'm in the Himalayas.
You've got this idea that trekking is vastly different to walking or...
All the other team captains are exercising the
I've
whole
noticed
time.
a lot of tight buttocks on our Instagram accounts.
Everyone's super fit. Shit, I'm just looking at our hotel. Oh look, the Bedruthan Spa, spectacular sea views, deep luxurious spa pool. Look, it's outside. Hang on. Hang on, let's get the images.
Hot tubs always sound so suggestive, and they never are they? Nothing untoward ever goes on in a hot tub. You just get in it, you sit there, you get very hot after a while, and then you get out.
So dull to go to the spa with. That's all he ever says. Oh, now I'm wet. Now I'm hot. Oh God, have I got to have somebody mucking about with me?
You don't like people touching you.
I love good massage. It's right, I'm not going to show you.
Because you can't find the photo. Don't make out it's me. Show me.
I can't find the photo.
Exactly. See, at this point, I'm getting a bit fidgety. At this point, I'd like to actually be driving.
It would be if
Because at this point, it's like I'm just sat next to her muggins here on her phone.
I'm writing
not
my
chatting
Just
away.
Giving page for my Himalayan trip. Actually,
All right.
look.
All right.
Just
Looking out the window and I'm getting bored. Just thinking, oh, if I was driving, we could be having a bit of excitement. She'd be
You
too
wouldn't.
sick.
At this exact point, you'd be frustrated.
Yeah,
"Ah,
you'd
just gotta get
you'd
that."
be phone sick by now, so you'd be talking to me at least. It's a bit of puller with my moo cow.